The Spanish opera singer Montserrat Caballé has died at the age of 85. In a career spanning 50 years, she became a world-renowned star in the 1960s, playing in the world's leading opera houses. She was extremely well known in Spain, but here in the UK, there's one song which she recorded with Freddie Mercury ahead of the Barcelona Olympics, for which she'll best be remembered. Well, the two recorded this as a duet in 1987, 5 years before the Games, but Freddie Mercury died in 1991, so Caballé sang Barcelona at the opening ceremony with José Carreras and Plácido Domingo. A funeral service is expected to be held for her in the city on Monday. Well, let's talk now to the biographer David Brett, who knew and worked with Montserrat Caballé. David, thanks very much for being with us on BBC News. A sad day in many ways, but a day also to celebrate a remarkable talent. What was special about her?
It is. It's very sad because also she's died on the day that they're burying Charles Aznavour, who I also knew, and they were linked in that way. She was a very warm, wonderful person, very, very quiet. You know, and she did the foreword for my book on Callas and the one on Freddie Mercury. And if you compare her with Callas was very noisy, very, very extroverted. Monty was very, very quiet, and you had to listen very intently to what she was saying when you were talking to her, and you never would say, you know, pardon. And I really loved her, and she was the first person that Freddie told when he found out that he had AIDS, before his family, before his friends, before the group. That's how much he confided in her, and she said how he flung himself on her shoulder and cried, and she was still singing just a few months ago, sitting down, but she was still singing, and for somebody of 85, remarkably well.
Was that, do you think it was at all galling for her to think that many who don't know the world of opera knew her just for that one song, that one performance?
I think it was, because she started off with someone else that I admired, Fritz Wunderlich, a German tenor, and you know, she seemed to think, well, the claim to fame that I have is singing a pop song, and they didn't actually sing it together. He recorded his part and she recorded hers, because, of course, if you put them together on the same stage, she would have drowned him a million times. Very powerful voice. And I think this is something that we have with Britain, sadly. You know, when they say Aznavour was most famous for She and Montserrat was most famous for Barcelona, they did so many other things to be famous for.
And what would you say would be the signature role for her?
Well, it would be that, of course, but Norma. I think her Norma. And also, in my opinion anyway, she's the only person who could sing O mio bambino caro, O my beloved father, with the same intensity as Callas. But unlike Callas, she was a very life-loving person and a very family-orientated person. My thoughts go out to Bernardo, her husband, and to Isabel, her daughter. I never met her husband, only Monty and her daughter, but they were all such wonderful people.
David Brett, good to speak to you about Montserrat Caballé, who's died today at the age of 85.